Hi guys, it's Charlotte here, uploading a video for you as promised, showcasing some of the products that we have in Eclectic. We've got a Predator bust here. That's from Alien vs Predator, and it's the Scar character. We were lucky enough to have Ian White, who plays Scar in that movie, in the shop, signing a little while ago. So that's one of the products that he signed. You can see we've got lots of comic artist signed pops, lots of Marvel figures and DC figures, Star Wars figures signed by comic artists that do the comics, and also by the actors that play the parts. We also have some original comic art here. We see a lot of the comic artists on our travels, and this is an original artwork by one of the Marvel artists, Lee Townsend. And behind that one there is another original artwork, Star Wars one this time, and that's by Grant Perkins. So we sell quite a lot of those, they're quite a good seller for us. Cabinet in the window here. Obviously you can see the Mean Machine there, the Mystery Machine. That was signed at London about a month ago by Matthew Lillard, who plays Shaggy in the films. There's also a little mini hoverboard there, Back to the Future. That's signed by Bob Gale, who was one of the writers of the Back to the Future movies. If we go upwards, we have a Who Framed Roger Rabbit annual there, signed by the actor that played Stretch in the film. And we have some signed pops on the top shelf. We've got the Atom there, who's signed by the actor that plays the Atom, who's Brandon Routh, who was also Superman. We have lots and lots of signed pops. You can see our authenticity stickers are on them. Anything that we get signed has an authenticity sticker which guarantees its authenticity. You've seen Agent May pop just gone past there. That's signed by the actress that plays her in S.H.I.E.L.D., which is Ming-Na Wen. I'm going to take you over to the middle cabinets now. And we have lots of Marvel and Avenger and DC pops, mostly signed by comic artists. Lots of Star Wars figures there. Batman and DC. We've got some Clark Kent pops there. They are signed by the actor that played Superman in the TV series, Lois and Clark. And we've got some wrestling stuff there, signed by Hulk Hogan. That's quite a good seller for us, not a lot of people do that anymore. We also have some nice pops in here. The Mickey Mouse pop is nice because that's a special edition, glitter Mickey Mouse. And that's signed by the Disney artist Lee Townsend. And we got a Rick and Morty snowball there as well, which is becoming a hard to find pop on its own. That's signed by one of the comic artists for Rick and Morty, Sarah Grayling. And down here we have some more Predator products. They are all signed by Ian White when he came in, as mentioned earlier. And around the corner here we've got some Game of Thrones figures. They're signed by Ross Mullen, who played the original White Walker. Also Vladimir Furdick, who is the Night King. And also some signed by Ian White, because he played One-One, the big giant in Game of Thrones. I'm going to come round the corner here. Give you a little look at what's in these cabinets. The Dandy set there is signed by Henry Davis, who's a Beano and Dandy artist. That's quite a nice item. And we also have some original art cards there that are done by one of our local artists. Lots of more DC figures. Okay, we've got the Hulk bust that you can see up there with our authenticity label on it. That's signed by the original Hulk, Lou Ferrigno. And also the pop you can see there is also signed by him. We've got some Suicide Squad pops. They're signed by DC artist Ian Richardson. And you can see we've got a Motorhead Warpig candle there. That's quite a nice item as well. Getting quite hard to find, like a lot of these things. And Star Wars there, we have Hikari figures at the back. One of them is signed by Kieran Gillen, who is a comic book writer for Star Wars. And the Bosk figure there is signed by Alan Harris, who played Bosk. And a Darth Maul figure there, who's signed by Ray Park, who played that part. Doctor Who, we have a lot of Doctor Who. We were also lucky enough to have Colin come into the shop, the 6th Doctor, and he did a private signing in here, so he signed the Doctor 6 Mr. Men book. Ross Mullen, as mentioned before from Game of Thrones, also played the Silence in Doctor Who, so there's a pop there signed by him. And Mickey Lewis, who you can see is the signature there on the Dalek pops. He played Daleks in quite a few Doctor Who's. And we have some horror stuff here. We've got Super Ted there. He's quite a favourite of ours at the moment. We have some Muppet memorabilia here, Walking Dead memorabilia. You can see at the back there, there's a picture disc there that's signed by Christopher Lambert, who was Highlander in the film. And we have some gaming memorabilia here. Most of these items are signed by the artist who does Street Fighter for the comics and also for the gaming art. You can see that there's one of his controllers with his artwork on there. And his name is Jason Cardy. We have some Harley Quinns here. They're signed by Chad Hardin, who's one of the original comic writers for Harley Quinn. And we've got some Alien pieces in there, signed by both actors that have been in the films and also comic artists. Over here we've got some Thunderbirds and Captain Scarlet, signed and unsigned memorabilia. And down here we've got some more wrestling memorabilia. You can see we've got an Undertaker comic there and Rey Mysterio book. And in this next cabinet here we have a lot of Spider-Man stuff, both pops and figures. They're mostly signed by Dan Slott, who is the comic writer for Spider-Man. We also have some artwork that we get framed up. I'll give you a quick look along here. There's some hand-drawn sketches by Henry Davis. Some framed up pictures. You can see there's Kane there from WWE. This one here, which is Flash Gordon, is signed by Roy Scammell, who was a Hawkman in Flash Gordon, and the artwork's done by Grant Perkins. We have a limited edition print there for our music memorabilia side. That's signed by the artist. some more Star Wars signed pictures and some more original artwork. That's Psycho Granny, who's done by David Leitch, taking on Ian's character and winning by the looks of it. So that gives you a bit of an idea of some of the things that we have in here. We'll be uploading a video later with some of the new products that we're having in today. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the type of things that we do, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.